Perhaps history awaits us. It'll be Adesanya and Whitaker later in 2019.
I can't believe there's another fight. We have another fight?
That one might get Joe Rogan to the land down under, actually. These main event locker room shots are brought to you by P3.
I might have to fly to Australia for that
The
fight.
official protein snack of UFC. Max Holloway brings with him a pace of pressure and a style that no featherweight's been able to handle for more than 5.5 years. Tonight, he will look to bolster his legacy and then some by joining the elite group of two-division UFC champions. Of course, in his way, the equally hungry lightweight contender, the first-time title challenger, Dustin Poirier. He's also got 16 UFC wins to his credit. He believes he has a power advantage in this matchup that could be the deciding factor here tonight. The main event is coming up now. This, though, from soon-to-be UFC Hall of Famer, Michael Bisping.
Before you watch the lightweight main event bout, Holloway versus Poirier 2, here's an exclusive look at Warrior, based on the writings of Bruce Lee, airing Fridays only on Cinemax.
There are 25,000 Chinese living in this city, and more coming every day.
This city's a powder keg. You do what you have to survive.
Someone has to start fighting back.
Let's go.
Warrior, new series Fridays at 10, 9 Central, only on Cinemax.
Rose Namajunas taking it to Jędrzejczyk. One of the best strikers pound for pound in the entire sport. Everybody was terrified of her. But Rose is the better fighter, and we found out tonight for sure.
So who else is there?
I think Jessica Andrade is the biggest threat. She's mean. I mean, look at what she does to people.
Oh! Jessica Andrade! You gotta be kidding me. Rose Namajunas with a lot to think about.
And I'd like to see Rose tested against a contender of that caliber.
I'd love to have the chance at her.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Namajunas, title defense.
The champ, Rose Namajunas, goes into enemy territory. They're going to be chanting at Rose, and she will have to take on the hostile crowd down in Rio.
I wanted to fight in Brazil. Fighting's not about being comfortable. It's about the best fighter.
Rose Namajunas! Stone Rose! Unbelievable!
She is a killer. The best of the best in women's MMA now. She's a monster and a real nightmare for anybody.
Two of the most exciting female fighters in the sport.
Fire away.
Oh, man, this is going to be a phenomenal fight. Since Jessica Andrade has come down to this weight divisional, look at the intensity and the ability to go forward and fight at a high pace that she carries. Almost 7 strikes a minute. But Rose Namajunas is just phenomenal in every sense of the word. To stand for 25 minutes and beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk was even more impressive to me than knocking her out in one punch the first round. This fight is going to be truly, truly an example of the highest level of mixed martial arts fighting.
Daniel Cormier, get that Brazilian visa ready. Because Rio de Janeiro takes center stage next month. Of course, tonight we are in Atlanta, Georgia for UFC 236. It has already been a night to remember. And of course, the best is yet to come. And to that end, now live from the State Farm Arena here in the ATL, it is time for the main event for UFC 236, Holloway versus Poirier 2. Tonight's crowd shots brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile. Get knockout coverage on a network that rivals the big guys for way less. Well, back in 2012, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway, they were young guns trying to make a name for themselves. Tonight, they are two of the best fighters on the planet, and one of them will leave the state of Georgia with the interim lightweight championship.
Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway 2
in Atlanta on April 13th
for the lightweight interim title.
They fought back in 2012.
Poirier submitted Holloway with a triangle armbar.
That arm that I was talking about earlier, yep, he's got it, that's it. This is trouble. Nicely done by Poirier. He's gonna break his arm.
It is all over.
That's brilliant.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Brilliant job by Poirier. And he handled against the young Max Holloway, his first loss. But I'll tell you what, Max looks very promising. I'm sure he's going to be back.
I can't wait. You know, this opportunity, it excites me. It's a new me, a new him, and it's going to be a great one.
I've never had the easy road for anything in my life. Fighting my way to the title, I did it the old-fashioned way. I didn't do a funny interview. I didn't say something cool and people get behind me. Did it punch by punch against the best guys in the world.
Let's look at my track record. Eddie Alvarez, former champ.
And the pressure from Poirier continues.
Anthony Pettis, former champ. LeBron, this is what Poirier wants. Justin Gaethje, former champ.
Poirier continues to land. Dustin Poirier.
And here I have a chance to be the best in the world.
I'm expecting a war. And if it's a war he wants, it's a war he's gonna get. Come see me in the middle of the octagon, I'll be right there. Let's do it. Let's see who's the first guy to step back.
Is there anyone else? Step forward. Let's go!
Holloway looking to finish it.
And
it's all over!
Wow!
Max Holloway!
A lot has changed since then, which raises some questions.
Can Holloway handle Poirier's constant pressure?
Oh! And Holloway all over him.
Can Poirier rise to the occasion?
Poirier's pressure. This kid gets stronger as the fight goes on.
Will his past loss play games with him mentally?
The question is, can Holloway...
Can Holloway...
Holloway.
He's definitely facing his toughest fight in a long time. I know for a fact I have what it takes to beat him for a second time. And I will.
You think you're the best in the world? Prove. Cool. I will fight you. And I will prove to you why I'm the best in the world.
Best in the world. Best in the world. Who better than you? You gotta show 'em, baby. Who better than you? Your time, your night. Let's go, baby. No collection time. No collection time. Let's go, guys. Let's go, Dad.
Sixth overall UFC main event and fourth in a row for Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And to say he is richly deserving of this first championship opportunity is probably not strong enough. And with respect to present company, we might be looking at the king of Lafayette, Louisiana.
I tell you one thing, he wins his belt, and he's definitely the king of Lafayette, Louisiana. Man, every time I call Dustin fights, I cannot honor him enough with my words. But as he said, he has fought for everything he's ever gotten in his entire life. Nothing's been handed to this young man. And he gives it back to the community that he was raised in. But he said his biggest task tonight is to interrupt the rhythm, interrupt the swag of Max Holloway. And if he can do that, he feels that he can secure this win, secure the bag, head back to Lafayette, and build a brand new playground at Prairie Elementary School.
Tonight's Prep Point brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile. Get knockout coverage on a network that rivals the big guys. For way less, 22 UFC starts for Poirier, and Joe finally a championship opportunity tonight.
And what we've seen is the culmination of all of his hard work and experience in his last few fights. Stopping Anthony Pettis, stopping Justin Gaethje, stopping Eddie Alvarez. I mean, that is a who's who. Those are three of the best fighters in the world. The Anthony Pettis fight was by an injury, but still, he was winning that fight. This is a phenomenal knockout artist, a guy with tremendous cardio, fantastic work ethic. He's earned his spot here, and he is the first man to ever hand Max Holloway a loss. That will give him some confidence. We know this is a different Holloway. We also know this is a different Poirier, and this is a fantastic matchup.
Since Dustin Poirier lost to Conor McGregor at UFC 178 in 2014, he has lost just 1 of 10 fights spanning half a decade. He can leave with UFC gold tonight. We now await Max Blessed Holloway. with confidence, swagger, and skill. Here is the future UFC Hall of Famer Max Blessed Holloway. 13 consecutive wins is unheard of. Tonight, Joe, he'll try to leave Atlanta a two-division UFC champion.
There's something special about this guy, and it's his confidence, it's his timing, it's his endurance, it's his championship IQ. It's so many different factors. When we saw him fight Jose Aldo, and he came back after the first round and says, the man is tired. What that is his ability to put a pace on guys. It's so hard to understand when you're not seeing it live. It's so hard to quantify because he does not let you take breaks. The breaks you might think you take in training, the breaks you might be able to take in other fights. Max Holloway doesn't give you those breaks. He stays on you. His cardio is off the charts. His confidence is off the charts. And he has a warrior's mindset. And this man is here for one reason. He's here to leave a legacy as the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, man, Max Holloway has that thing, right? And it feels like the roof is about to explode off of the Max Holloway train.
Yeah.
Because everybody's kind of getting on. Look at the pop he got when he hit the curtain.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of people that are in the arena right now. And they're here to watch Max Holloway. Max Holloway is one of those rare talents that has ideas and goals much bigger than most athletes. And to this point, he has accomplished just about every single one of them. Tonight, if he wins, he joins the elite list of two-division champions. It's very, very difficult to do. Max has a chance to do that.
His last featherweight title defense against the previously undefeated Brian Ortega in December. All he did was go out and set the single UFC record for significant strikes landed. As he put it, I think I got my point across. Tonight's main event, Tale of the Tape, is brought to you by Modelo Brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Max Holloway, 27 years old. Dustin Poirier is 30. Holloway is 2 inches taller, but Dustin Poirier will have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get us the introductions for this championship main event, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Georgia Athletic Commission, Executive Director Matt Woodruff. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sally Amato, Mike Bell, and Derek Cleary. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Blake Rice. This championship bout is sponsored by Nemeroff, bold character since 1872. P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. And catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile. Get knockout coverage on a network that rivals the big guys for way less. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time! 5 rounds for the interim UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record, 24 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Lafayette, Louisiana, presenting the number 3 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Waianae, Hawaii, presenting the reigning, undisputed UFC featherweight champion, the pride of Hawaii, Max Blessed Holloway.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck.
Well, that co-headliner, a tough act to follow, but if any two men can do it, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, Act 2, tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Holloway competing in the division in which many people actually believe he will do his best work going forward. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Dustin Poirier in the blue trunks out of the southpaw stance. Max Holloway is in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
Well, Dustin clearly reached another level once he moved up to lightweight, and many expect that this is the weight class where Max is going to physically be much better. It was a nice leg kick right there by Poirier.
A lot of people feel this is Max Holloway's weight class. You know, I mean, obviously it's hard to say he isn't because he's the champ. But they feel like at 155, without depleting himself so much, he may even be able to take that cardio to another level, which is crazy to think about.
And he was saying how much energy he had during this camp, how much easier this cut was.
How's he going to deal with the power of Poirier? Poirier has said now that he's struggling to even make 155. He's so big.
Right. Well, he looks big. He looks wide.
Big old back.
Yeah. And that's where all that power is coming from.
Poirier had what amounted to a 13-week training camp in Florida. Nice flurry there from Dustin.
We've seen some good leg work right off the bat by Poirier. Really chopping at those legs of Max Holloway.
Poirier closing a plus 200 underdog tonight.
Oh, good left hand by Dustin Poirier right off the bat. He thinks he's got Max hurt. Oh, Max clipped him.
But you got to be careful with a guy like Poirier.
Oh my goodness. Poirier's in trouble.
Poirier resets, about 2 minutes gone by here, round one. Holloway loads up on the left hand.
Those are some good shots that Holloway got off on Poirier there.
Nice left hand and then a right hand straight up the gut.
Massive right from Poirier! Oh, Poirier's all over him! Dustin's got him hurt!
When you've been in fights like this with Justin Gaethje, though, Poirier's coming here. Oh my goodness, these boys are going at it.
Holloway still firing offense back.
These boys are going at it.
My goodness.
Holy smokes. We can't possibly have another one.
Big right in. Poirier with big power.
Jeez,
Max is in trouble. Max is in trouble.
He's having a tough time seeing the strikes of Poirier right now.
Oh, he hurt him
another
again.
huge strike.
Holy smokes. Max has to grab. Max can't just fight.
But his style is to do this.
He can't just stand there in front of a big, strong Poirier, because Dustin's not going to waste the technique. He'll find the shots.
But Dustin's looking to close the show here, and Max is trying to stay in the pocket and land counters. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that left hand.
That Dustin Poirier is a phenomenal boxer. But how about the chin of Max Holloway? He's still standing.
Incredible. He's been stunned more in this round than in any fight in recent memory, including the Conor McGregor fight. This is probably the most we've ever seen Max hurt.
Big deep breath from Poirier, who's already landed 40 significant strikes in round one.
He hurt him again,
He hurt him again.
Every time he's landing, he's hurting Holloway. Max is struggling a little bit with the power of Dustin Poirier.
Well, yeah, that's what the American Top Team guys were saying all week. Huge power edge.
Huge. I mean, we're really seeing it here.
And remember, these are two guys that fought the same weight class. You know, like Dustin was a 45-pounder. Max has got to gather himself up to try to slow the rush of Poirier.
Oh my goodness, again.
That one bothered the right eye of Max Holloway. Nice land by Holloway backing up.
He's He's just getting caught so often and so clean. We're just not used to seeing this from Max Holloway. And he's trying to get it back. He's got that championship mentality, but the way he's trying to get it back keeps putting him in danger.
And Poirier said he didn't feel like Max had that one punch knockout power. It's always from an accumulation of him beating up on the guy.
And that right eye starting to swell for Max Holloway.
Oh.
Big first round for the underdog.
Breathe. Breathe. Slow it down, Max. Slow it down. Slow it down, Ivan. Slow it down, Ivan.
Breathe, relax. Hey, we went straight back defensively every single time. Right? Let's move tight angles. We don't have to go wide angles. Tight angles. Literally hug his shoulder. Come right around. He throws up. Hug it tight. He needs space. He sets. He pushes. Okay? Hey, stop this man.
This is some of the beautiful work from Dustin Poirier. Look at that. Straight left to the body. Dip. Kick outside. Right here, look. Dip. Boom. Straight left hand. I mean, just the fact that Max Holloway's still standing is crazy because Dustin carries so much power that lands a big right hand over the top. He hit Dustin Poirier with massive shots in that round.
Dustin Poirier landed some huge bombs in that round. And that was probably as good as we've ever seen Dustin look. He looks like he has prepared perfectly for this championship match.
You ready?
That said, he was not able to get Max Holloway out of there. We'll see how Holloway responds here in round 2.
The corner Max Holloway is asking for tight angles. They said he's moving too big as he's evading. But if you're Dustin Poirier, for as good as you feel right now, you know that you got to do this for 25 minutes unless you get Max Holloway out of there.
Yeah. And we don't really know how badly Max was hurt, right? How much has he recovered?
Holloway pretty active, yeah, round 2 early. Again, Holloway lands to the body, now goes up top. Poirier continuing to mix it up well on the feet. Holloway splits the guard with a right hand.
It's the activity of Max Holloway. This is going to be the power of Dustin Poirier.
I like how Holloway's mixing it up to the body. And again, he's really trying to take some of the wind out of Dustin Poirier's sail. Southpaw now switches back and forth effortlessly.
Max does that really good. He'll be mid-combination and he'll switch stances.
Dustin just swung for the bleachers there.
But after hurting Holloway so much in round 1, if you're Poirier, shouldn't you slow down a little bit instead of expending so much energy, because Max is always going to be there. Oh, elbow inside.
Beautiful.
Mike Brown continuing to call for a level change out of the Dustin Poirier corner.
Don't spit at him, Dustin. Let's go.
Blake Grice warning Poirier for spitting in the direction of Holloway.
Ooh! Snappy left hand.
Poirier does a really good job with that high guard. He doesn't really get hit clean. He's blocking a lot of the contact that Max is making. The body shots are landing, but up top, he's doing a good job of rolling and keeping his hands high.
Holloway gets caught on the way in, but he has started to close that gap. There's the level change, or at least a takedown attempt. Poirier now 0 for 2.
Holloway clapped at him.
Both men just so in their element in a fight. Holloway lands. Poirier expended a lot of energy trying to get Holloway out of there in round 1.
Yeah, he did.
Good kick to the body by Holloway.
And you can never question the cardio of Max Holloway. He's always going to be there. Fighting at the same pace. He melted Anthony Pettis just with his pace and pressure.
Fingers at his eye. Watch the fingers. Let's go.
We do have to remember that that was the only fight, or one of the only fights where Pettis tried to make 145, and it was a brutal cut for him.
Nice counter from Poirier, but Holloway certainly the more active guy in this second round.
Yeah, he's having a much better round.
Oh, he just got clipped. He got
hurt again. But again, like, Poirier hurts him, and then he expends all this energy trying to finish.
But he looks calm now. He's being technical. Oh, good right hook. The difference in power is very clear.
Seemed to be a lot more sting on the Poirier. Oh, big one there.
That hook was bad. He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty.
So some big power shots late in this second round for Poirier.
In a round that Max was doing really well in.
And that right eye increasingly could become a problem for Holloway as we get deeper in this fight.
Dustin Poirier is a savage. Both of these guys are just savages. Holy smokes. What? What did we do to get 2 of these in one night?
Well, this card is as advertised. That's what's going on.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, much better round, okay? Much better round. So we got to stay with touching him up, okay? You're right. Hey, you're doing a great job, okay? But he just needs free stuff. He needs free stuff. He's waiting, okay? You just got to stay on that work hard. You can't slip up with it. He's waiting for that one mistake, right? Yep. Screw that guy.
Hey, he's just countering, and he's hitting with Austin.
Let's go underneath. He's there for you, okay? Let's set up. Basic stuff. Things. 112. Double jab, nothing, and it's there for you. Okay? When he's don't get overzealous. To me, it's always that. You catch him right away. So whenever he's rushed, 3-2. 3-2.
When you hurt him, take your time. Don't get reckless. Hey, you're cruising to a victory. You just got to be careful. Be focused. Be focused.
That back elbow. That back elbow is there. Believe it.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. This is already the second most significant strikes that Max Holloway has ever absorbed in 20 UFC fights. 99 have landed for Dustin Poirier through the first 10 minutes.
I think they're the most significant because we've never seen him hurt like that before. Even though he might have been hit more by Ortega, it was never this kind of impact.
No, he was never rocked. This fight, he's been rocked 4 times already in 2 rounds.
And so Max Holloway had a lot of good work in the beginning of that round, but the work that Poirier did towards the end, in my mind, eclipsed it.
Well, yeah, when you get hurt so badly,
clearly he won that round.
It's hard to score a round for you.
But meanwhile, he had a significant strike advantage up to that point. Oh, counter right hook.
Holloway's coaches recognize that. They go, he's just countering. But Max can't stay on the outside because that's not his fighting style. Holloway's fighting style is to pressure and overwhelm you. But every time he tries to incorporate that right now, he's getting stung and having to go on the defensive.
And he just doesn't seem to have the same kind of power. He's an overwhelming volume striker, whereas Poirier is stunning him with every big shot.
And Poirier, most didn't think he could match the volume. He's been the more busy guy, 191 total strikes thrown by Poirier.
Ooh, big kick to the body. Nice combination there by Holloway.
But even think about the 2 crazy fights that Poirier had with Alvarez, the Gaethje fight. He's been in those dog fights at 155 pounds.
With giant punches.
Yes, with big punchers and big men.
Both Alvarez and Gaethje are huge punchers. Stung him again.
Nice head movement defensively there by Poirier.
Again.
I mean, just boxing, Dustin is just so crisp.
Daya Davis in his corner has to
nice right hand by Max. Another one.
Good counter there by Poirier, though. Poirier's not slowing down.
And he's long, too. He's the shorter man, but has the longer reach and has found the target with great efficiency here tonight. You see the head strike picture, 106 already landed for Poirier.
I think that's what it is, John. Like at 45, Max is long, and he's fighting a guy that has that same type of long reach, and he's landing. He's just not landing as effectively at this point.
Nice jab from Holloway.
Holloway's having a little bit of a hard time with his right eye.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Both guys landing right up the middle now, under 2 minutes here, round 3.
Yeah, he's swelling up. That right eye's closing.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Right hand by Holloway. Thing is, even when he's landing, he's not stinging Poirier the way Poirier's hurting him.
No, I know. You just see the different effect the punches take, even from the jab.
Oh!
There was a good left hand.
But Max is landing. See, this is Max's type of fight, though. He's going forward.
Volume.
Volume.
But he's just not used to absorbing punches with this kind of power.
No, for sure.
And Mike Brown is begging for a level change for whatever that's worth. Holloway's volume now.
Holloway pouring it on. Oh,
flying
beautiful knee to the body.
Poirier in on the legs of Max Holloway here.
For as good as Max fought, he needs to avoid this takedown. Poirier cannot finish this. This was a great round for Max Holloway. And if you're Dustin Poirier, you don't waste the energy trying to secure this.
Oh!
He's hurt.
Excellent elbows.
Holloway tweaks the angle there to avoid the 12-6. Final seconds, round 3. Looks like Poirier's gonna ride out the rest of this round. Wow.
Woo! This is when Max normally starts to come on.
It's all rounds. This is all rounds. Hey, you're getting the angle out every single time, but now we gotta throw that right kick. Okay. You gotta let it go, okay?
Blocking weird.
I know, but when he dips out like this.
Okay.
So throw it up high. It's fine. Okay. He's bracing.
Okay.
Okay? That'll make him keep that left hand at bay a little bit more.
Okay.
All right?
And here we see Dustin Poirier with a nice straight, look at that right jab, left hand, right hand. And now Max coming on strong towards the end of the round. Connects with that. There's a right hand, a couple of lefts and a right. He's piecing them up here towards the end of the round. The volume by Holloway towards the end of that round, where Poirier was still looking for those big shots.
Already 125 strikes absorbed to the head by Holloway. But if the stools are any indication, DC, he appeared to be the fresher guy after round 3.
Yes, John, Poirier did some good work, but Holloway's activity in that round did win him the round. And you gotta remember, it will not stop. It's the same pace he's gonna fight with for the next 10 minutes.
He just tagged him with straight right. Yeah, and if Poirier starts slowing down at all,
he's in trouble.
Yeah, but he's deep in on this shot. Deep. He's deep, and he's got it.
And this is what the great Mike Brown has been calling for 3 rounds. Holloway pushing down on the head.
And that will keep Dustin from building. He cannot let him secure his legs. You let him start stepping over and hooking the legs, then you end up in the position like Habib always has people in. You can't let him step over the legs. But even as Poirier starts to slow down a little bit, how much energy does it take trying to get this takedown?
Right, and this could slow him down if Holloway gets back up to his feet. But Holloway could be the fresher guy. Holloway's looking for a guillotine here. Oh, nice knee to the body. Nasty knee to the liver.
Excuse me, Joe. Now Poirier with a pretty significant cut around that right eye. Man, Holloway just non-stop.
His cardio's off the charts.
Off the charts at either weight class. Just the ability to push. It's crazy to watch.
Look at that volume.
Poirier gotta be careful here.
Poirier's trying to take a break. Holloway's not letting him. He won't let him breathe.
Dustin's tired, or so it would appear.
Yes, he is. Poirier wants a break. Holloway's just pursuing. He'll just keep touching you, keep touching you, keep touching you. He isn't trying to hurt you with one attack. He's just trying to wear on the gas tank.
Oh my goodness. Poirier fires back. He's got him hurt.
Poirier does a better job when he's the guy going forward.
Good counter right from Poirier after Holloway landed the elbow. We haven't seen that right kick from Holloway that his corner called for after round 3.
Oh, nasty body work by Holloway. Poirier just took a big, deep breath.
Holloway just has to be really careful when he's just throwing all those punches not to get caught with a big right hook.
Oh, Holloway to the body, now the right.
Woo. Oh. Nasty jab by Poirier and a left hand.
Oh, right cross from Dustin Poirier.
On the switch.
Poirier now walking down.
Oh, that knee caused some damage.
Oh,
yeah, it cut him open. It cut him open bad. Oh.
Oh, Holloway busted wide open, Joe.
Wide open. Oh, he's spraying blood now. Wow. Holy smokes.
Looks like a huge gash right in the middle of the forehead. That patented Hawaiian toughness gonna have to be leaned on by Holloway. Oh!
Woo! Guillotine.
It looked like Poirier just smiled at UFC President Dana White. Gotta love it.
Jeez Louise.
There it is again. Maybe he was looking at Shaq. Four rounds down, they will call the doctor in to look at the cut on Max Holloway.
Oh, boy, look at that gash.
Big breath.
Hey, we're good. We're moving, we see clearly.
Max,
Good. We're winning the
let's
round.
dig deep. Let's push the pace. You got this. This is our fight. Let's do this. Hey, mix it all up.
We're winning
Okay?
rounds.
Phase one out. Everything is there. Everything is there. Let's go.
Here's the knee. Glancing knee. And it's those glancing shots that wind up cutting you off him.
And right away, Max felt it.
Okay,
Right away,
keep
Max
moving your
felt it.
feet. Don't stop.
Big three. And move. Okay? Stay focused.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The man on the other side of you is very quick. The man on the outside of you is
Yeah.
Stay focused and reach in. Stay focused and reach in. Let's go.
Hands high, tight D.
You don't want it like you do. Let's go.
The great Don House working overtime there in the corner, trying to close that gash on Max Holloway's forehead. When you're a cut man, you get this assignment. You buckle up. Fifth and final round. 5 minutes or fewer to determine the UFC's interim lightweight champion. Will it be Dustin Poirier, or will Max Holloway exit with a belt over each shoulder? Fifth and final round, here we go.
Nice jab by Holloway, yes.
Atlanta crowd trying to get behind Max Holloway here. Poirier loads up on the right hand, unable to land.
Ooh.
Oh. Power discrepancy on display once again in that exchange.
Also just the sharpness of that counter too. Perfect precision. If anybody doubted the cardio of Dustin Poirier,
Right.
it is on display here.
Yes.
Because this has been a fast-paced fight.
It's so clear that the guy that's going forward is the guy that's successful. If Holloway's pressing, Holloway's the guy's landing. If Poirier's pressing, he's the guy landing the jab. But neither of these guys want to go backwards. So it's a war of attrition.
Another strong counter from Dustin Poirier coming up on 3 minutes to go.
This is such a crazy fight.
Crazy fight.
I mean, geez Louise.
Look at the difference, though, in the way they look.
Right.
I mean, Dustin Poirier, even though he's eaten a bunch of shots from Max Holloway, they do not have nearly the same effect.
Yeah, he's big and strong, man. He's a big, strong lightweight. Even the frame, right? The big side, the size of the back, right? Look at Poirier's arms. Max looks good at 55, but he doesn't look nearly as big as Dustin.
Oh, nice right hand. Yeah, Holloway splits the guard. Beautiful left hand touch there by Poirier.
Oh.
Max Holloway puts those punches together so well, man. It'll be head, 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 body, body, head. It's beautiful to watch. But the jab of Dustin Poirier is just a piston.
That right hand has worked really however he's thrown it, as a jab, as a hook. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Dustin in on this single.
And I believe the corner Holloway's right. Dustin's taking a break here. He realized earlier that he can't take a break in space anymore. He has to get close. And right there on the single leg, he's trying to rest and get ready for what is going to be a crazy last minute.
Under a minute now to go in this UFC interim lightweight championship fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov beckons for the winner.
Poirier has to understand that if Holloway gets space, with a minute to go, he's going to be coming, guns blazing.
But Poirier might not let him out of here.
45 seconds. Just resting now.
Well, we expected a classic, and that is what these two men have turned in. Under 30 now to go. Final 10 seconds. The standing ovation has already started here in Atlanta.
What a fight.
Poirier and Holloway go the distance.
Amazing fight, an amazing show of respect at the end. Wow.
So Dustin Poirier comes over to the broadcast table, appears to think he has done enough.
He said it's uncomfortable and it hurts, but fighting is pure, and he loves it.
All right, let's get to the fight replay, brought to you by Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
Now here we are early in the fight. Bing, big overhand left by Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier stung Max Holloway early and often. Had him rock more in that first round than we have ever seen Holloway stunned in any professional fight. You see Poirier pouring it on. Right hook, ducks under the left. Another right hook. There's a right hand over the top. I mean, tremendous chin by Max Holloway because Dustin Poirier tested him. Left hand, right hand. Boom, look at that right hand. Really staggered Max Holloway. Left hand over the top, right hand. Snap the jab. Now Max fires back. Boom, straight right by Max. Pouring on the pressure. Volume strikes by Holloway. Straight right hand. There's a nice knee to the body by Holloway. I mean, what a fight. And there's the big knee that caused that massive cut on the forehead. Left hand by Poirier. I mean, what a fight. Two incredible championship fights.
All right, the official decision brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile. Get knockout coverage on a network that rivals the big guys for way less. One final time tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision and new interim UFC lightweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
I'll give a fuck about. Thank you, man. Nothing to respect. I'm sorry I cursed at you yesterday. Nothing to respect. This is war. This is war. You're a good person, a good father. I respect you. You're a good guy. You're the champ. I love you. Thank you, brother.
All right, I'm here with the winner and new champion. Dustin Poirier, congratulations on a truly fantastic performance against one of the very best fighters in the world. You put on a show tonight. You came out strong in that first round, had him staggered. How does this feel? Does this feel real?
Man, this feels amazing. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. I just beat one of the pound-for-pound best in the world. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And that damn, I feel good, man. It's been a long time, brother. This is my 23rd or 24th fight with Zuffa. I've got knocked down. I've climbed back up. Like I said before, man, this is my belt. I earned this in blood. I paid in full. This is mine.
You earn this, and you earn your position here with your spectacular streak of fights. You've beaten some of the very best fighters in the sport, but tonight, this was a truly special performance, Dustin. This was the culmination of all your hard work, all your time in the gym and in the octagon. Just an amazing performance against absolutely one of the most technical fighters on the planet.
You know, man, there was a time in that third round where I got hit with a couple good shots and I was hurt. And I looked at Max and he started throwing a lot of volume. It hurt me some more. And I felt like the fight was slipping away, man, but I dug down. I said, fuck it, if I'm gonna go out, you gotta put me all the way out. And I hit him with some good shots. I had him hurt. The rounds were back and forth. I didn't know what was going on. He hit me with some good shots, man, but I'm the fucking champ, man. This is a piece of the world title. This is what I want. I want to unify this belt with the best. Right now, I'm the champ.
And this sets you up for a fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov for the undisputed title. So give us your thoughts on that.
In the words of our buddy Daniel Cormier, get your shit together, young man. We got a belt to fight for.
Dustin, congratulations on a truly special fight. It was an honor to call this fight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I just love fighting in this organization. These guys are the best, man. I've overcome adversity so many times. Everybody out there, there's people telling you can't do it, or you're the underdog, or you're championed against, or telling you told you're not good enough. I've been told that my whole life, and I'm the world champ. If I can do it, you can do it. I just want to dedicate this fight to my wife. We've been together, been married 10 years. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. There was days I went home, busted and broken, and she believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. This is her belt as much as it is mine. I wouldn't be here without her. I love you, Jolie.
The winner and new champion, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Poirier. I'm here with Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen. Max, you're ever a warrior, and you showed that again tonight. Give us your thoughts on this fight.
Hey, I'm not gonna take nothing away from Dustin. He beat a world champ. He is a world champ. There ain't no interim shit. He the real thing. He beat a world champion, and congrats, brother.
Moving up to 155 pounds, what was different for you?
You know, nothing. Nothing was different. I felt good. I felt on. I thought it was my night. I learned different tonight, but it is what it is, you know? You win, you learn. And I learned a lot, you know. Dustin gave me a lot. I guess the cupcake tastes sour again.
We know you will be back. We know you'll be back better than ever. But do you feel that your future lies in lightweight, or do you think you're going to go back down to featherweight where you still hold the title?
I'm still a champ. Whatever weight gets me closer to that pound-for-pound title, if it's here, I told you guys, if it's 170, 185, 205, my best friend DC over here in the front, if he wants it, he can get it. I don't care.
You're a great man, Max Holloway, and it's always an honor calling your fight.
Hey, thank you guys for coming out. Dustin is the shit. Thank you, brother.
Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen.
Legends, both of them, but tonight Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak comes to an end. Dustin Poirier paid in full. A lifetime's work consummates in a UFC title for Poirier.
This is so crazy, man. To see a kid from Lafayette just really fight and fight and fight. Like he said, he's had to pick himself up on so many occasions to come and accomplish his goal. So happy for Dustin and so happy for Max Holloway to put on that type of performance, even though he lost. That was one hell of a performance. Both men should feel proud of what they did tonight. What a night in Atlanta. I mean, it doesn't get much better.
It does not get much better. I feel like the Style Bender Calvin Gastelum fight was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life, and this fight was right up there with that one. Dustin Poirier put on the performance of his career. When you look back at Dustin Poirier's recent record, stopped Eddie Alvarez, stopped Justin Gaethje. I mean, just those two fighters in a row, those are two blood and guts warriors. To beat those two and then to piece up Max Holloway the way he did tonight, particularly in that first round, I mean, a performance of a lifetime. And I think what we're seeing is Dustin Poirier coming into his own, realizing his full potential. He's 30 years old now. He's had so many fights inside the octagon, and this is as good as he's ever been, and he's a new world champion.
So many emotions for Dustin Poirier. Joe, it looked like you were close to tears in there as Dustin Poirier completes his mission. In a lot of respects, he will forever go down as a UFC champion. Congratulations to Dustin Poirier.
DC's calling over. Is that Dustin's dad? What do you got there?
Lafayette, Louisiana, baby. Look at that. I mean, Dustin Poirier comes out with the flag of our city and captures the championship. Now you got 2 world champs from Lafayette. It's crazy.
Pretty crazy.
As bad as hard as it is to see Max lose, I mean, he got beat by Dustin Poirier. It's crazy.
Well, to me, it's great to see Dustin win. Dustin's a great man. He's a guy who earned it. He's had his ups and downs, the knockout loss to Michael Johnson, the knockout loss to Conor McGregor. I mean, he's had rough moments inside the octagon where, as he said, he truly doubted himself and doubted his future. And he steps down from that octagon as a world champion and a guy who's set up next to fight one of the baddest men on the planet Earth in Khabib Nurmagomedov. And it's going to be an epic fight.
For those guys, I mean, it does not get easier. It does not get easier for Israel. It does not get easier for Dustin Poirier as he faces Khabib Nurmagomedov. This was truly a phenomenal night of fighting, but it just gets tougher because you got 2 world champions waiting for these guys. It's truly amazing.
And now, talk about this. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm sorry, your thoughts now on Max Holloway in terms of his ability to compete at lightweight. Do you think that Dustin was too big, or do you think that this is just the way it goes when Dustin connects with people and then he can fight it at lightweight?
Well, he's got tremendous power, right? Dustin has tremendous power. But also, Max came up as a one-off fight. This was not a build-up to be a true lightweight to stay there forever.
Right, like building muscle.
Yes, he has the idea that he wants to go back down and defend his belt at 45, so it makes it kind of difficult. But I don't want to take nothing from Dustin. It was tremendous, but for Max in the future, when he decides to fight at lightweight, he's going to have to stay and fight at lightweight.
And amazing to think if Tony Ferguson was ready to go tonight, Dustin Poirier doesn't even get this opportunity. And man, did he deliver as he becomes the UFC's interim lightweight champion. We also have a new UFC interim middleweight champion. It is Israel Adesanya. He will now fight Robert Whittaker. And again, you've been here for all of these, Joe. Truly one of the best 25-minute fights most of us have ever seen.
Unquestionably, and the performance of Adesanya was off the charts, but how about the heart of Kelvin Gastelum to survive that 5th round? Staggered and dropped and battered, and I mean, just what a fight from top to bottom. From the beginning, the opening round, Israel Adesanya gets rocked and hurt. Kelvin Gastelum connects and drops him. And then Adesanya comes back in the 2nd round. I mean, it was an epic fight, a truly epic fight. Both men were pushed to their limit, and Stylebender emerges as the new interim champ and sets up an epic encounter with the undisputed champion, Robert Whittaker. I mean, that is something I can't wait.
What was so impressive about Adesanya's performance was that when the fight was on the line in the 5th round, he left no doubt that he had won that fight. Right. He fought so tremendously in round 5, and he was in front of Kelvin Gastelum with the idea that at times he could have stopped the fight. But if there's a guy that's going to take that damage and continue to press forward, it's Robert Whittaker.
Right.
We saw him against Yoel Romero twice looking like he was done. He kept going. There is nobody like the champ. The champ knocked out Jacare Souza. It's easy to have recency bias because we're watching these guys put on performance. But look at the Reaper. He has smashed guys on his way to becoming the UFC's middleweight champion.
Oh, he's an animal. I mean, no doubt about it. Robert Whittaker is something special. Even though I did think that Yoel Romero deserved a nod in the last fight, it was incredibly close, and he won the fight before that. And he has knocked out Derek Brunson. He has knocked out Jacare Souza. I mean, he is an outstanding fighter. And the matchup is off the charts, the two of those guys together.
We are in store for some good fights.
Well, and these Australians and New Zealanders, if you don't know, their appetite for mixed martial arts is as insatiable as that sport is massive over there. If any matchup's going to get Joe Rogan back to the land down under, I think it might be that one.
I got my hand up. Can I go? I'm calling dibs on that one right now. I'm in there for Whittaker versus... You coming?
I'm coming.
Joe, we're
see, I figured we had to do it on the air. He wasn't going to make the trip, so...
I might change my mind.
Well, it was billed as obviously an epic main card tonight, UFC 236, and as usual, these athletes deliver, and the card lives up to the hype. What a night.
I'm not sleeping.
UFC 236, Holloway versus Poirier 2, has been brought to you by Motel 6. When you're ready to tap out, book online at motel6.com. We'll leave the light on for you. And by PokerStars, pound for pound, the greatest online poker experience in the world. Take on the best to win millions of prizes every day on PokerStars.
UFC Fight Night returns this Saturday with a ground-shaking heavyweight headliner. In the main event, Russian native Alexei Oleinik will have the home advantage as he takes on MMA legend Alistair Overeem. Plus, undefeated Antonina Shevchenko returns to the octagon against the Happy Warrior Roxanne Modafferi. See UFC Fight Night live, only on ESPN+.
And here's a look at what's coming up inside the Octagon, sponsored by the Metro by T-Mobile Purple Couch Pre-Fight Show, coming to you before some of the biggest cards this year, live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. As you just saw, next Saturday, 4/20, the Octagon hits St. Petersburg, Russia for the first time. Heavyweight headliner Alistair Overeem, Alexei Oleinik, prelim coverage 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2, followed by the main card on ESPN+. April 27, South Florida for UFC Fight Night, Shakade versus Hermanson. Main card now on ESPN+. You can see the prelims live on ESPN at 7 p.m. Eastern. Month of May begins on the 4th in Ottawa. Donald Cerrone, Ally Quinton, the headliner on ESPN+. Main card 8 p.m. Eastern start time. And then May 11th, the big one, UFC 237. Namajunas versus Andrade. That'll go down from Rio. Prelims 8 Eastern on ESPN. The main card is a 10 p.m. Eastern start on pay-per-view. How about this night in the ATL? The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC President Dana White, Ari Emanuel, and Patrick Weitzel. Our executive VP of Operations and Production is Greg Borsari. Our coordinating producer put it all together, Zach Candido. Tonight's show has been produced by Lappy LaPlante and directed by the venerable Anthony Pasquale Giordano. How about the Khalil Roundtree Jr. show showing up in the ATL? Didn't get Eric Anders out of there, but certainly put himself on the light heavyweight map. Shaquille O'Neal got a good one. Kelvin Gastelum was primed, he was ready. He had a huge 4th round, but Israel Adesanya bit down on the mouthpiece, showed off the heart of a champion, came back with a huge 5th round, and at the end of the night, Israel Adesanya brings a championship to New Zealand. He is the new UFC interim middleweight champion. We said it was a tough act to follow, but Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway were ready for it. The UFC champions came out in droves, and they got an absolute classic. Poirier got off to a great start. Holloway had his moments, but Dustin Poirier exits the ATL as the new interim UFC lightweight champion. With that, for Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, and the rest of the crew, John Anik saying so long from Georgia. We will see you next month from Rio de Janeiro for UFC 237. Good night.